Alright guys, how's it going? It's Links973. So, guess what? I don't know if you guys see the first video, frankly, because I don't know if I even uploaded it yet. But, I'm starting this new series. Either when I'm in traffic, or basically, when I have time, I can stop and I'll just hit record and just start talking about bullshit. So, today's subject, Xbox Scorpio. So, here's what we got. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Digital Foundry is set to reveal Xbox Scorpio. So, this to me, honestly, it's a very bold move if you think about it. Okay, here you have Microsoft, a company that used to like control every damn thing, every kind of advertisement that we're run through them, any kind of press release or whatever. They love to control everything possible. They are so proud of this fucking system. And yes, guys, by the way, I am driving. It's traffic. Don't worry, I'm going like a fucking turtle. I'm not gonna crash. Point is, this is their baby. This is the system that they were hyping up to be, at first, I originally thought it was going to be a PS4 Pro version of Xbox. But it really is not. What it really is it's almost like the next gen of Xbox. But it also takes Microsoft and Xbox in a very new direction. If you look at the history, they started off with the original Xbox. They wanted to get into the console market. They wanted to learn. And it always had a little PC aspects to it. Then you have Xbox 360. Where at launch, let's be honest, it was good, not amazing. But then afterwards, as the updates started coming by, they started having live windows on everything. And pretty much you saw a very big difference in kind of towards the direction where they wanted to go. They had a nice UI system that basically is indistinguishable from day one. Then Xbox One rolls around. The most rushed fucking system I could ever think of in my life. Because half the shit didn't work. You couldn't even fucking have party chat through the fucking speakers on Xbox One. What the fuck was that? That's like something simple that Xbox 360 had. So a lot of people, YouTubers, Twitch streamers, everyone was pissed off when this console came out. Because I remember the pain in the ass that was when I was trying to fucking play Titanfall with my brother, and I was trying to record shit, and it just did not work, which is why I ended up going with just a dub version of Titanfall when I first started off. And if you want to see that, I'll put the playlist down below for you guys to check it out. But here's the point. This is a very bold move because it shows the direction that Microsoft and Xbox wants to go to. What this shows is that they're not looking at something, just an improvement. No, what they're looking at is to, almost as if to kind of give you a PC. They already said from the beginning that Scorpio was an enthusiast console. It wasn't a console just meant for regular people. Why? Because it could still play Xbox One titles. And it looks to me more like it's just the next generation. But the main difference is, since it's able to play Xbox One titles, here's what you essentially have. You have an Xbox One that plays things at 1080p at 30 frames per second, sometimes 60 if the game is optimized enough to actually run at 60, a la Halo 5, which I believe doesn't even run at a full 60 all the time. But whatever. And then you have Scorpio, which is going to take the same exact games and pretty much play them in ultra definition, or at least high def. See, here's the thing. They're taking this more as a PC. They're basically giving you a PC now. They have the low tier version, which is the original Xbox One, and then they have the Scorpio, which is the enthusiast version. So now you can play at 4K, 60 frames per second. Now here's the thing what I'm looking at. And the reason why they went with such a bold move as far as giving Digital Foundry the ability to unveil this console. Because you know what's going to happen. If you guys don't know who Digital Foundry is, basically there's a section of Eurogamer that takes into account the nits and grits, the itty bitty pieces of any kind of game out there. They literally look at it frame by frame by frame to see what the average frame rates are, what system does it run better on, if it's on Xbox, if it's on PS3 or PlayStation, or does it run on an Intel better, on an i5, i7, i3, on a Ryzen 7, or it'll be 1800X. You guys get the point. The point is that they look at the same game across all platforms, not just one platform to see if it's a little bit better than the other. No, they look at one game in particular across all platforms. And what do they do? If you subscribe to them, by the way, I'm not sponsored, but hey, Digital Foundry, you want to sponsor me? Hell the fuck yeah. Anyways, if you pay $5 a month, what you're able to do is you're able to download 4K 60 frames a second videos showing you exactly what they look at, how pretty much freaking awesome it is. And the reason why they don't do that compared on YouTube because they have a YouTube channel where they put all the 1080p stuff at 30 frames a second. But the reason why they don't do 4K, frankly, is because it's not optimal to do it. All right, YouTube, their bandwidth and their service in general, yes, you can put in 4K video on there, but honestly, it's not efficient, which is why they have their version where you can just download it. You can see it 100% clear, 4K, 60 frames. Now, whether the game runs at 60 frames a second or not, that's a whole different story up to debate. And which is why they exist, because they actually view at every single game and try to see how many frames, the average frames, minimums, the maximums, and they view everything to see how everything runs smoothly. So to give a company like Digital Foundry pretty much ownership, as far as I know, on the way they present the Scorpio, the first time ever they're going to actually show off the Scorpio. I mean, aside from all the leaks that's been going around pretty much everywhere, saying how fast the memory is, how unbelievable the games look like and everything, how the fact that it is going to be 4K, 60 frames per second, how it's going to have a whole bunch of launch titles like Forza, Crackdown, and everything else, which, by the way, Crackdown would look fucking awesome in that. Just saying. But anyways, you're pretty much showing either you have a lot of faith in your system or you have some dumbass motherfuckers. I mean, honestly, there's no real way to put it. If you have that much faith in your system, you have to know how good it is. Whether it is the most powerful console or not. You are giving it to a company that studies, lives, and breathes this. So if you're going to give it to them, you know you have something amazing. So now, aside from that, you have all these different rumors going around how it's going to be able to play all the original Xbox games, but then some people were saying that it doesn't have enough RAM, but then some people were saying that the e-memory that they have in there is going to be actually fast enough in order for them to play old I guess Xbox One original titles, plus whatever Scorpio exclusive titles come out. And with that much power, you know they're going to end up doing that. You know they're going to end up having Scorpio-only titles. If not, the Xbox One version is going to get a dramatic decrease in graphical fidelity. So here's my prediction, what I think is going to happen. I could very easily see this as being their entryway to basically getting out of the console market. Now hold on, before you guys start thinking, what the fuck do you mean the console? They're going to exit the console market. They're bringing out this brand new system. Here's what I mean. Instead of them constantly every few years making a new console that's going to be instead of them constantly making a new console that's going to be out of date pretty much as soon as it arrives. Let's be realistic right now. An Xbox One right now is the equivalent of what? An RX 380 maybe a GTX 780 Ti if you want to be generous. Oh, tunnel! Anyways, so when you start, hey, can you guys see me? Am I focused? Hopefully I'm focused. If not, it's gonna be blurry as shit. Anyways, so when you take a look at it, this is their way of kind of saying, you know what, we're gonna put something that's at least a little bit future-proof, you know, and then after that, you guys are expected to go to PC. Why? Because they're making all their games, the first-party titles, and pretty much any game that's going to be made for this system is going to be basically made on PC architecture. It's going to be made in a way that the console itself is going to read games like a PC, if you believe all the rumors. And pretty much you can just tell by the way they're going. From the beginning, they entered the console market to get a full hold because where they make the most money is not hardware. And everyone that knows consoles in general and just the market in general, you know you don't make money on hardware. Yes, you make a little bit of money, but for years, Wii U has been selling at a loss. All right, Xbox division just recently, until a few years, like 2 years ago, just started making a profit. They know it's a never-ending game. They're gonna make out consoles, sell them at premium prices. Eventually it goes down. What's left? The only source of revenue that's gonna be left is gonna be software. So here's what I'm thinking. This is their way of saying, this is you for a good 5 to 6 years. In 5 or 6 years, it's not going to play ultra settings no more. It's probably going to play medium to low. But at least you have something that's 4K, 60 frames. After this, you guys either need to... It depends on how the system is too. Maybe it is upgradable. Maybe you can change graphics cards in there or something. Or I don't know. It is 8 cores, which makes me think that they're going to focus heavily on multi-core games now, which is a beautiful thing because I'm so happy I got Ryzen for that particular reason. Anyone who hates on Ryzen, suck a dick. I don't know. It's fucking good competition for everybody. Helps the market in general. Because of Ryzen, I was actually able to get my brother an i5 7500 for way cheaper than before. Anyways, point in case being, this is the way to exit the market. Why? They give you a good system. They make you get used to these good ass games. They make companies used to making more games in general. Make it easy and accessible. That way people in the future, they could think, you know what? Let me move over to PC because I want to get used to this without having to pay such a high premium anymore. Because let's be honest, if you're going to be doing 4K 60 frames a second, at a bare minimum, that's what? A GTX 1070 on certain games, 1080 on most? You're looking at the GPU at a retail value anywhere from $400 to $700 alone. Unless this shit costs like $1,200 to $1,300, there's no way in hell they're gonna make a profit. So either they're gonna sell it at a loss, or they're going to either they're gonna sell it at a loss, or they're gonna they have to be barely making a profit, if anything. Maybe $50 as a profit compared to everything else. By the way, there's a guy there. He has a toad hanging from the back of an Acura Integra, which looks very much like my old car because I had an Acura Integra. Fucking, you're a sick bastard! You sick bastard! Oh, wait, no, never mind. I thought it was a girl. Alright, I'm gonna cut this part off. Anyways, so you're gonna see that they're gonna be barely making a profit, which is why I honestly believe that they're gonna focus most of the resources on software going forward, get people used to that. Get people used to already paying a high premium, so that in the future either they're going to release a PC, basically a portable PC, a la Steam software, whatever the service that they had, their consoles, or they're just going to make an Xbox style PC. I mean, when you had the same OS running back on both sides, it's going to be much easier for the people to develop for it, bringing the cost of everything down. So I don't know. This is just my 2 cents. I have no idea if this is actually 100% fruition, but looking at basic math, you're going to be looking at either them selling, barely making a profit, which means later on when the console price goes down, they're going to be making a loss, or they're going to have one expensive ass console, which not that many people are going to buy. So let's be honest. You guys tell me down below, would you guys buy a $1,000 Scorpio? Or would you put that same money into a PC, which can run all the games at Scorpio, probably a little bit better? I mean, if they have a GTX 1080 or an equivalent in that fucking console and it's less than 700, for fuck's sakes, why is anyone going to go to a PC? They'll just get the fucking Scorpio. It's not the case. It won't ever be the case. Because frankly, even if they get at half the price, you're still looking at about a $350 price tag. And what, the most they're going to sell it at is $700, and that's just for the GPU alone, not counting the RAM, the specifications, the actual manufacturing of it. It doesn't seem feasible for the technology today to pump out 4K 60 frames a second as a standard, because it is a standard. It would be a standard. It's not something that's going to be like, well, it could run at 60, but most games will run at 30. No, from what everyone's saying, the rumors and everything, it's going to be a standard 4K 60 frames a second. I don't know. You guys tell me. What do you guys think? I honestly believe this is them bowing out gracefully, saying, listen, here's a fucking masterpiece. Next fucking time, get a damn PC, because fuck this shit. I mean, honestly, it just makes more sense to me. I mean, Microsoft's always been more software than hardware, considering, the Windows platform and everything else. But we'll see. We will see what happens. I don't know. Anyways, comment down below what you guys think. Let me know if I'm fucking crazy, if I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Let me know what you guys think, what your predictions are. And then I want to see the 6th, so by the time you guys see this, probably this afternoon, it's going to be shown. They're going to do the reveal. So when we see the reveal, we'll see who was right, who was wrong, and then you guys can come back and troll the shit out of me or whatever. Anyways, like I said, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Technically, I almost died, but it's okay though. You know what? I'm alive and I'm still driving. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next upload. Deuces.